practicing like a pro. I think one of the things that I continue to hear is doctors that are just tired of vague advice, or they've been in the infamous Facebook groups crowdsourcing their answers to their practice's problems, but not really getting anywhere. And I know that I jokingly say, you don't need another motivational poster to get you going. What you really need is good framework, good ideas, good strategies that you can learn, implement, and evolve with your practice. How can we make sure that we are really being a part of writing our own playbook? If your practice was on Shark Tank, would they invest in your practice? Not everything in your practice needs to be perfect, but you really do need to be thinking about and have a strategic readiness. You need to be ready to pivot. You need to be ready to change. You need to be ready to take action when we need to, so that you can, like I said, be a strong business owner. But when I think about lean operations in an orthodontic practice, I want each of you to think about a Swiss Army knife, what a Swiss Army knife is. And when you think about that, it's one tool that can do so many different things. I hate to say it, over 30 some years now, and I can definitely tell you that the way our practices worked and functioned 30 plus years ago is very different than the way I'm coaching new practices and doctors and how they're setting up their practices for the next 20 years. I never want my clients focusing on changing more than 3 to 4 main objectives in a year. If we can't get patients into your treatment coordinator's room, if we can't close the gap between contact to patients in for a new patient exam actually sitting in that chair, we've got major problems. Do you actually know how many new patient calls come into your practice every month and actually convert into a new patient? If you do not have a way for a patient to schedule their new patient exam on your website, you're missing out. Hear me, docs, you are missing out. I really believe that our team members, our core team members in our practice, when they're there, we want them to be 100% on for the patients that are in front of them. But with that being said, I truly believe that successful practices going forward absolutely 100% need strong teams and a strong culture. In an orthodontic practice, you really have to sit under the weight of the unsexy side of your business. And just remember that if you are looking at your website and your brand looks like luxury online, but feels like budget when they get into the practice, your patients are going to notice. I see this all the time in practices where we do not have clear goals and doctors do not hit their goals because they aren't clear on it and their team is not clear on it. I do think we're going to have to be tightening up our belts a little bit and pulling up our bootstraps and getting ready to go. Now, more than ever, transparency is what a lot of the younger generation of patients out there looking want. I think patients can see right through kind of the gimmicky things. So come in for free teeth whitening or sign up. And I just, again, I think a lot of times that doesn't feel very authentic. And I think that's what patients are looking for right now is authenticity. And does it feel authentic, whatever it is that you're offering them?